I cannot give you the Aegis. I will find it, with or without your help. But it is our sacred charge. The Aegis is my destiny, and the blood of Aman'lu is on your hands. The princess, she has taken it to Snowbrook Haven. Please, spare my people.
You have returned? He came searching for something, and when he could not find it, he flew into a rage. Hardly any have survived. But you are here? We heard you and Drevin had been assigned to Valdis' vanguard force and were commanded to siege Graylin Isle. Celebhel will be more than glad to have your help. He has been within the Altorn Hall ever since Valdis left us ruined. Forgive me, they need my help with the wounded. It's good to have you home.
Keep a sharp lookout for clues. Adventure and riches may await us around any corner.
Milonaman, you are welcome to look around if you take care where you step. Not all of these spilled items are harmless. If you feel a prickling of the skin on your neck, do not be alarmed. These holes contain many frightened spirits who have not yet found their way across the sacred waters. Yes, I have always been in tune with the ethereal world in a way. I have spent much of my time collecting information about it, and I have even managed to come into contact with a ghostly spirit. Obviously, talking to spirits is impossible through normal means. Their words are completely unintelligible to our ears, even if the ghost in question has manifested itself enough to become visible to our eyes. Not necessarily. My research indicates that the Vaikesh cultists use ancient chants to communicate with the darker spirits, the source of their otherworldly knowledge. If I could know what they spoke during their dark rituals, I think I may be able to figure it out. Are you interested in helping me? The Vaikesh are much too cunning to simply leave such information lying around. I fear that the only way to learn the secret of their chant is to overhear one of their rituals. Seek them out in the Vaikesh forests and look for one of their ritual chambers hidden within their caverns. But beware, the cultists are not the only danger in this undertaking. The words themselves can be a threat to mortal ears. Do not give up your...
Sweelard, Melonaman. While the tragedy of so many lost lives will never be lessened, the leader... Or would you like...
Do not mind the mess. These shelves were not built to take such a shaking. Let me know if you'd like something enchanted. Thank you.
Watch your back around those half-giants. They're not trustworthy.
This is all a nightmare, you will see. Tomorrow we will awaken to the sound of flutes ringing in the dawn. The guests will be well rested and very sorry, but the Warriors Guild Pact states that one cannot purchase a fifth-party slot until they become a true veteran.
Dangers lurk in many places throughout the world. Take care in whom you lend your trust. Eh? You could only be speaking of one person then. Trust him not. He conspires with the Vikesh to release a demon into this world. Did he mention the Vikesh when you spoke with him? He may have used their lesser-known name, Manu Ostar. My friend, the Manu Ostar and the Vikesh are one and the same. Master Thestrin sought to trick you into giving him the heirloom sword to further his and the Vikesh's power in this world. That demon must be destroyed at all costs. The location of the demon is deep within the Vikesh forest, between their sanctuary and the first of their treacherous bridges.
This is all a nightmare, you very...
Valdis and his dark wizard have caused... The smoke from these fires...
It is good that you have survived the attack on Graylin Isle. I was prepared to put an arrow through you, but a vision stayed my hand. I would travel with you if you will have me. Absent? If I've not been present as often as you would have liked. Has reconsideration? I thank you. Steady companions.
This is all a nightmare.
These people all just...
That cursed Valdis and his archmage may have smashed our homes and even half of the inn. Certainly. It is always pleasant to meet a young person who knows how to appreciate a fine local tradition, especially in these dark days. Well, let's see now. Tell me about the time you killed a sea demon. Now that, Melanomen, is an excellent story. My thanks.
This is the tavern wine cellar. If you wish to forget your troubles for a time, speak to the bartender upstairs. Nothing down here but dusty bottles and broken glass.
Care to douse? Such. Well, let's see now.
Watch your back around those half...
Many things seem odd here.
Interesting. I came here looking for one mark, but here I find another. I was expecting a different target.
That man nearly killed you. You are very lucky to be alive. I did not know if the rumors were true, but now I have seen with my own eyes. The assassins are at work, even here in Aman'lu. Yes, he appeared from the shadows as if he were one with them. Such shadow-walking thieves have been noticed increasingly in the lands beyond the forest. Calrathia, once the very image of purity outside of Aman'lu, is suspected of harboring the Assassin's Guild. Many of the Edhel know of it from travelers, and a few even visit it regularly. The merchant who owns this house left for Calrathia a week ago, in a great hurry. I hope he has not run into trouble with these honorless thieves. That I do not know. Perhaps you have angered someone you should not have. Did he say anything before he attacked you? Really? Very interesting. Merchant Kendrell is not all that well liked. He is a bit underhanded in his dealings, if you know what I mean. Still, that is not reason enough to kill an innocent. Are you sure there was nothing else unusual? What were you doing inside the house? Ah, you have a Leontier stone. The Spider Watcher's gift to the one he intends to kill. You should not have picked that up. That assassin's gift forever marks the target as his kill. It doesn't matter that you are not the contracted target. If you become entangled in his web, you are his. I am not sure what more to tell you. Although I do seem to remember an enchantress who visited us once and asked about such stones. I spoke to her at length. I am sure she will remember my name. If you are able to make it to Calrathia, look for Enchantress Valeria and tell her Danadel sent you.
Ooh, that blasted Valdis! I will curse him with my final breath. Many of my animals are dead because of his justice. If you're gonna fight him, though, I'll sell you whatever wretched creatures I have left. Business? What business? Aman'lu is a wreck. I sold pets in Calrathia, but the Morden showed up and caused trouble. So I moved to Aman'lu thinking it would be safer. Ha! Who would have expected Valdis himself to show up here? An honest man cannot even make a living these days. No, not now. If I were to keep anything valuable here, it would be that beast I once saw a Morden Grawl mage summon by accident. It was not huge, but it was very powerful. It had a large metallic horn, and it used some sort of power that stirred the Dervless into a frenzy. They kept attacking it, but to no effect. It is possible that Kartos the Wise might know more about it, but he wouldn't give me the time of day, even if I could find him. Kartos the Wise was the most powerful magician I have ever met. Unfortunately, he became complacent and took more interest in the bottle than in magic, if you take my meaning. He disappeared around the time the Morden attacked Calrathia. Some people think he died during the battle, but others say he just moved to a town somewhere on Graylin Isle. Me? I think he is just in hiding until safer times. He would not be hard to find, what with that yellow robe and the black boots and gloves he always wore. May have looked odd, but he seemed to like it well enough.
I have seen the glint of the assassin's gift shining through.
May Astara be with you in your journeys. If you seek specialized equipment, I have something you may find intriguing. Well, not only am I a great marksman and fine trainer of arranged arts, I have some expertise in alchemy. With a little help from you, I could put my latest theory to a test. Would you be willing to help me gather the ingredients? Excellent. I need you to collect the following reagents: jagged arrowheads, a griffin feather, and an onyx fragment. Hopefully you will come across these ingredients in the forests around Aman'lu. Are you faring well in gathering those?
We should have remained hidden in our...
Sweet lad, my good friend. It is good to have you home, even in times as dark as these. When the tragedy hit, I thought of you, and how strong you were when we became lost in the Aman'lu Isles as children. You seem much changed. I was wondering if you could help me with something, if you have the time, of course. Well, my grandfather died in the tragedy, crushed, along with everything I hold dear, save this, his staff. Do you remember it? He entertained us as children with bright and colorful spells, but now I cannot seem to make the staff function. It will not even cast so much as a simple spark. I think so. Grandfather instructed me well. However, he kept referring to the headpiece of the staff, but it no longer has one. I remember it well. It always glowed with the most beautiful swirl of colors. There is no way of knowing what happened to it. I think that I must replace it, but I do not know what reagent is needed. If you would help, old friend, I would be grateful. You are still the friend I once had. I will do my best to pull myself together, and I wish you good speed. Aman'lu is in need of anything to lift its spirits.
I am glad you are back. I know...
It is tragic how many of the elves have died in this attack. We must be better prepared. It is my job to ensure we are well supplied with ranged equipment for the battles that will come. Whenever I have time, I develop our weapons further to gain whatever edge we may. I am always looking for new materials, especially those that will make our arrows fly truer and harder. That is the Aman'lu orchid. You have probably seen the larger version around town. Its design is known around the land as a symbol of Aman'lu and the Elven folk. I'm a fletcher, and always looking for materials that will improve the speed and accuracy of our...
The fires burn.
The fires would die.
So many women.
Hello there. If you want equipment, you should talk to... Wait a minute. You are that mercenary, are you not? Well, by Ziria's spear, I just received a package from my brother Feldwer for you. He wanted me to thank you for helping him. Ah, a fine hero you make too. Though you might make a better one if you had a real hero's weapon to match. Please accept this token of Feldwer's thanks. I hope it serves you well in your travels. When hard times come, Why, just the other day a letter came from my...
Lith Aaron...
May Istara protect you from...
Greetings,
These days grow ever darker, but